sound of a drilling going off could be heard.
Because I can get in people's heads when they get impatient.
Sonic had lobotomized me.
What's going on, SBG? Straight out of Steel City, it's Jawbreaker the Poodle. And today, we're gonna get to some more analog horror videos. Now that's what I'm talking about. Alright, y'all, the thriller for today is called Sonic.exe 2 Creepypasta Narration. And it's by Joe Doughboy. And speaking of dough, without wasting any more time, let's get this bread.
Hey, here's a little bit of context for the video.
Snifty look
This
at OC.
video was made purely for fun, and should not be taken as new content for the series. This is Sonic.exe 2, the lost original sequel to Sonic.exe that was uploaded back in 2012.
Is that the one
This
with
was
Sally?
written by JC and published to the Creepypasta Wiki before it became
never played it, but I've
lost
seen
after
other people
being
play
moved
it.
to Trollpasta Wiki.
Okay, allow me to introduce myself before I
Alright,
go
got a little
blabbing
ghetto
away.
CD-ROM.
My name is Crystal.
Hi,
I
Crystal.
live with my mom and dad, and I'm a serious Sonic the Hedgehog fan. All my friends are too. Kinda formed a club. Anyway, I want to get this out of the way before something happens. I just got back from a friend's funeral.
Oh, well, that's
His name
morbid.
was Tom.
Oh,
I was
Tom.
pretty sad when he died,
What happened to him?
but a little confused too.
Did Sonic
Police
take him?
reported that he committed.
Oh, wait.
I gotta say, I was weirded out. First, Kyle disappears, and now Tom goes. I found that really odd,
Kyle and
so I
Tom?
went to Tom's house to talk about it with his dad, who was clearly shaken by the whole ordeal.
How old are
first,
y'all?
But calmed himself down afterwards. Told me that he was giving away his son's things to help take his mind off him. So I looked through Tom's stuff, and I found something that really caught my eye. A CD case for computers. On
Man,
the
that takes me
CDR
back.
disc was black marker writing spelling Sonic.exe. Now, as a big Sonic fan, I was pretty curious about it, so I asked Tom's dad if I could have it. He said yes, but not before looking unsure when I showed him it, so I went and took it home. I looked at the disc for a while.
Did his dad know?
It certainly looked like an ordinary
If that's the
CD
case, why
game
didn't you just
disc.
destroy it?
Kinda got me wondering if it was a game that Tom made. I laughed at that idea. Because sure, he likes video games as much as I do, but I wouldn't say he was good at making his own games. So I went and popped the game into my computer, installed it and stuff, and then started it.
And then you
And
regretted
then,
it.
much to my surprise and pleasure, the opening title sequence of the first Sonic the Hedgehog game appeared on my screen. I was like, "Aw yeah, I love this game," and pressed start right away. I thought I saw the screen change before it went to black, but I didn't have enough time to notice it. Though, it looked like Sonic smiling with black and red dotted eyes and crying
So it's like a
blood.
retelling of Sonic.exe.
Boy, do I hate that image to this day. Anyway, when the main menu popped up, I was a little weirded out, and here's why. It didn't look like any other Sonic
Oh, they got
main
Silver
menu
and Blaze
I've
now.
seen. It looked like the file select for Sonic 3, except there were only 5 save files.
5?
The background looked like the sky of the Twilight
What are the other
Realm from Zelda, only in a very good 16-bit pixelated form. The music that was playing sounded ominous for some reason. It sounded like the final day from Majora's Mask. Each file also had a Sonic character in it, none of which I really expected to play
You said there was
as.
5, there's only 3.
The order was the following: Silver, Blaze, Sally, Mighty,
Oh, okay, another page.
and Amy.
Oh,
I
snap,
was
bro, not
certain
Mighty.
that this was a hacked game, but I shrugged it off and continued playing. I tried to pick Sally because she's my favorite character, but the game wouldn't let me for some reason.
You gotta go in order.
I tried picking Blaze, Mighty, and Amy next, and that also didn't work. It was then I realized that I had to play all the characters in order, starting with Silver, so I went ahead and selected him.
Say bye
When
to
the
Silver,
screen
y'all.
faded to black again, I heard Kefka's laugh, except it sounded a little distorted. The screen remained black for about, I don't know, about 7 to 10 seconds. Anyway, the black screen then changed to red static in a split second, and then it showed the level title screen.
That actually startled me a little
oddly
bit.
read,
Just a little bit.
Trapped. Okay, at this point, I was rather
Silver about to
weirded
get
out,
his ass
but
clapped,
I
y'all.
did my best to shake the feeling off. The level I was in looked a lot like Green Hill Zone, except the environment looked dark, decrepit, haunting even. The music that
What is
was
this
playing
music?
sounded like the haunted house theme from Super Mario World, except it was in reverse and a little slow. It really creeped me out.
Wow.
Silver.
It really is
The
creepy
idle
backwards.
animation he was making looked as if he was trying to hide his fear.
I kind of like it though. I'm not even
I
gonna
felt
lie to y'all.
concerned for Silver, but I had him running and started the level. I had Silver running for like 30 seconds in the level. There were no enemies, no obstacles.
Is the whole thing
I
like
was
just
a
still
little
images?
confused, if not all the more bored with the game. But then, what I think was a cutscene began when Silver stopped running, and I saw why. On the other side of the screen, a few feet away from him, was Sonic, who had black eyes with small red dots in them,
And it was
staring at
GG
Silver,
for Silver.
who was clearly frightened at the sight of the blue hedgehog for some reason. The music was no longer playing, and everything was now quiet. Then, red static flickered, and then it showed black screen,
That got me
this
again.
time with a message.
I'm so glad that I'm playing.
Okay, bro, stop.
I was a little creeped out at that.
You ain't gotta do all that in my
And
ear.
then the red static brought back the game, and this time Sonic is
He's looking at
smiling
me
at
like,
Silver,
bitch, help!
who's so scared tears are running down his face, while blood was running down Sonic's. Red static again, and this time the message was,
How about I give you a head start?
Bro, you gotta
at
lay off
this
the
point,
cigarettes.
I
What
was
the
starting
hell?
to freak out a bit. Did Sonic say that? If so, what did he mean by
Well, who
head
else could have
start?
said it? Tails?
Anyway, the red static brought the game Sonic did an odd little animation that looked like he was stepping aside and let Silver continue on with the level. Still smiling.
Bro, go back. Go
Silver,
back.
to my shock, broke the fourth wall by looking at me and acting like he doesn't want to continue on with the level. I was like, what the? At this point, I was creeped out, but I tried to shake it off and had Silver go past Sonic and continue onward.
He gonna die.
After a minute or
Oh,
two,
there it goes,
I
chasing.
heard that distorted Kefka laugh again. And then the music started playing some freaky high-pitched notes. And then I saw
Like the
Sonic
drowning
actually
jingle?
flying after Silver. I started to freak out and did not leave the button on the keyboard that had Silver running still. Sonic was getting up on Silver, and I was just panicking, and he also had the most deranged smile on his face, as if he was intent on killing Silver. When he finally caught Silver, the screen went black, and there was this loud screeching noise that
Don't
lasted
do
a
it.
good
Don't
4
do it in my
seconds.
ear. Please don't.
My jaw just dropped as another message popped up.
I didn't really have anything against Silver.
Could have fooled me.
Except for how dumb he is, of course. Dumbass.
What the?
Wanna try again?
No!
Then that Kefka laugh. I couldn't believe what just happened. I had thoughts about Sonic killing Silver, but I didn't really believe those thoughts. I couldn't. Yeah, it looked bad. I didn't think the game was a hacked game anymore.
At this point, that's when you
It
just
looked
shut
too
the game
messed up
off.
for
You
anyone
destroy the
to
CD,
make. I
and you
knew
never talk
something
about
was
it ever
up,
again.
Something sinister. So anyway, I got booted back to the main menu.
Oh, wow, look at
Silver
that.
was no longer in a save file, and when I looked at the TV screen on the file, I saw why. Silver was in the screen flickering in the red static, and he was in a real sorry state. His fur
Sorry's not
darkened.
strong enough, fam.
His eyes were black and bleeding.
Look at a bullet hole in his
face
head.
looked cracked, like it was gonna fall apart any second. And he had quite an upsetting expression on his face. It looked like he wanted to die, but he can't. Man, did I feel a knot in my gut when I saw Silver like that. I rubbed any tears out of my eyes after that, and tried to continue with the game.
You cried,
But I
bro?
went and picked Blaze next. The Kefka laugh came again, started to annoy me at this point, as the screen faded to black. The level title this time was called Empty. When the
Empty.
level started up, I saw that it looked like the Casino Night Zone, except it looked hellish, like an evil casino
Where the
night
slots
zone,
at?
and the music that was playing was odd.
Where the little
It
bumpers
sounded
at?
like a really low beeping sound that goes of every 10
This is
seconds.
the saddest casino I've ever
Blaze
seen
was
in my
doing
life.
an animation
You know what? This must
as
be Atlantic
if
City.
He had no idea what was going on. She too broke the fourth wall, looking like she wasn't sure that she wanted to continue. I was starting to feel the same feeling she was, and I didn't like it, but I had to continue.
Look at that look on her
As I
face, though.
had Blaze trek through the creepy casino area, I noticed that it also had a macabre themed park style to it. Kinda like Joker's Fun Land in Arkham City. Good game, by the way.
Never
Except
played it.
anything
Probably
that was
should,
meant
though.
to have a clown face to it instead had a seriously messed up version of Sonic with black eyes with red dots and a huge fanged grin on his face. I was seriously creeped out now, but at least the level acted more like an actual level, albeit
Why did you
with the
keep
lack of
playing, though?
enemies.
I would have been
Blaze
done.
still looked creeped out, and I couldn't blame her. After going around in platforms, elevators, traps, and other stuff, Blaze started running on a flat road.
Oh, that bitch did.
The music had stopped playing. It was then I started feeling a really ugly pang of suspense growing in my gut. Blaze clearly looked nervous, too.
Nervous, she looked
And
dead.
then suddenly, Blaze tripped, and then that godforsaken laugh came again, and Sonic appeared in a puff of black, pixelated smoke, grinning and crying blood again.
Blaze, fight
Looking
him.
at Blaze, who looked just plain mortified.
Fight him.
The black screen popped up again with another message.
I don't know if you're either clumsy or just being stupid.
Why you gotta insult everybody, though?
Then that laugh again. I was like,
Why you gotta
What
do that
the
extra and you're
fuck?
clearly winning?
did the game just insult me? The black screen changed back to the game again. Blaze is
Oh,
in
snap.
what appears to be a mirror room, and Sonic is nowhere to be found. And some freaking music like an 8-bit piano.
Someone needs to
banging
make this into an
frantically
actual
was
playable
playing.
game. If
What
it doesn't
was this,
exist already.
Boss fight? No, didn't feel like it. In fact, I didn't think this game had any boss battles at all. Anyways, Sonic appeared in
Oh,
one of the mirrors smiling, so I had Blaze destroy the mirror. But all I got out of that was that wretched Kefka laughing. Sonic then appeared in another mirror, smiling like a goddamn joker. Had Blaze destroy that too. Ended up hearing the laugh again. Sonic was practically driving me nuts by pissing me off. Yes,
I'm actually getting
I
into
said
this, y'all.
Sonic was driving me nuts. I already started thinking Sonic was doing all this. I kept destroying mirrors that had Sonic in them, but I end up just destroying mirrors and hearing that freaking annoying laugh
Where
for
he at
who
then?
knows how long. I was both irritated and terrified at the same time, to say the least. Suddenly, Blaze fell to the floor tired. This had to be a cutscene because no matter which button I pressed, nothing happened. Anyway, Sonic reappeared the same way he did earlier, and
Well,
Blaze looked up at him,
now it's GG for
looking
Blaze.
exhausted and rather scared. I too was looking at Sonic with fear and spite. Don't get me wrong, I still like Sonic, but this isn't the Sonic I know.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, that's
No,
not Sonic,
this
fam.
guy. Anyway, the screen went to red static again.
Bro!
Then came another message.
I never get tired of doing what I do best.
Being an asshole?
The screen went to black, and this time Sonic's gone again. Blaze was alone. Suddenly, the glass shards Blaze made started floating in midair, and then fly around her
That
in a
bitch gonna
circle.
get cut to bits.
Static again, and then
In fact, you want to know something hilarious?
Your face?
Blaze looked at the shards in fear, and then the shards formed a huge mouth-like grin opening wide.
Oh, snap.
With Blaze in breaking the fourth wall and the circle looking dumbfounded.
It actually keeps me up at night doing what I do best.
Why don't
The
you want to
glass
sleep?
shards flew into Blaze,
I like sleep.
and as they
Don't
did,
y'all like sleep?
the screen went black with a loud screeching noise. This one was much louder. I had to plug my ears in pain from it. The screeching
Was that
stopped
bad?
just when it started, and I was booted back to the main menu again. Blaze was just like Silver. She was no longer in her
Oh,
save
snap.
file.
What happened to her eyes?
Instead, she was in the TV screen in the file, and she too was in such a tormented state. Her fur had darkened and was messy. Her eyes were also black and bleeding, and the most ugly feature is that she had been grotesquely disfigured from the shards of glass earlier.
What a way
She
to
had
go.
cuts and wounds that were so bad you could see the meat, blood, and bone inside her. She had such a dead-like expression. I almost had an urge to vomit at the sight of Blaze. It was more than I could bear. I tried to forget about Blaze and selected Sally. I was thankful I was selecting her next. She was my favorite Sonic character, and I was
Why would you be
hoping that
thankful if
Sonic
she's your
wasn't
favorite? She
gonna
gonna
do
die.
anything to her. When I selected Sally, the screen changed to red static instead
I'm
of
so
it
scared
going
for
black.
Sally, y'all.
It actually made me jump. And then came yet another
Being
message.
Sonic's lover, you know he's gonna,
Easy on
like...
this one, you lucky dog.
Or maybe not.
Then that horrid laugh. What did Sonic mean by going easy?
I was gonna say that, you know, he was gonna go
figured
hard
he
in the paint
liked
on her, but
Sally,
maybe not.
But something was definitely not right. The level title was called Madness. For some
Are you gonna
reason,
squish her,
I thought
like
that
in
was
the
fitting.
sally.exe?
When the level started, I saw that Sally was in what should have been a hallway. But instead,
doesn't look too
there was
concerned.
one that looked torn, twisted, and suspended in some kind of chaotic space. It was as if she had just walked right into hell itself. Or at least it looked like it. Anyway, there was no music playing, which added more to the creepiness. I honestly didn't know what to do here, but I had Sally running. I didn't want to continue playing, but something was practically forcing me to do so.
Does Sally have a
I
special
had
ability?
Sally jump on platforms and stuff. This level was just messed up, and Sally just had this perplexed expression. I was just creeped out and worried what may happen to Sally, but I still kept her going. I was more worried by the increasing lack of enemies in this game.
What kind of jump is
like
that?
it's trying to tell me that the only bad guy in it was Sonic, because so far he's done something rather messed up to the playable characters and psychologically mess with my head. Why? I don't know. Maybe he's some kind of demon haunting the game or something. I don't know. And I don't care because he's driving me nuts and I'm sick of it.
He's sick of it.
I had Sally
Sick of it.
continue hopping across platforms in the chaotic space. But then, I accidentally had her jump into a large empty area that had her falling into the abyss. I just dropped my jaw in shock and disbelief. When she landed onto the bottom of the screen went to red static
died
yet
that
again.
quick.
And I almost jumped out of my seat. Then came yet another message.
You look a bit run down. Why not take a little break while you still can?
I was like,
A break?
what
How?
the fuck?
There's no breaks in
Did
this
the
game, fam.
just tell me to take a break from it?
Right?
Anyway, I did what it told me and turned off the computer and went to go have lunch.
Eh?
After I had lunch, I went back to my computer and I saw that a chat popped up. What
chat?
freaked me out more was that the chat invite came from Sally. Here's how the chat went.
Hi,
Hi?
Who voices that?
I'm sorry for what Sonic's doing.
What?
He's really a nice guy.
If he's nice,
Alright, this is getting
he's
real
got a very
interesting.
funny way of showing it.
He needs your help.
My help?
That bitch is under his control.
Once out.
Nope.
Out?
Nada.
What
Negative.
do you mean?
Play the game a bit more, and I'll explain.
Bro, snap it in half.
After that, Sally left the chat. I
Good
was
riddance.
just confused at the whole thing. What did she mean about Sonic wanting out? Anyway, I went back to the game and it just moved me to the next level, which read out. Sally was
snap.
now in black nothingness, with what appeared to be white pixels here and there forming the level somewhat. The only music that was playing was a faint pixelated sound that wasn't really noticeable. This level was creepy in a sense that I didn't even know, but I pressed on. I had Sally continue
Maybe Sally
through
won't
the
die.
bizarre level.
We can only hope.
After at least 3 to 4 minutes of traversing the weird level, Sonic appeared out of nowhere and came the message.
Figured it out yet?
No.
And then came that monstrous laugh. I was brought back to the main menu, and I saw Sally's image on the file. Sally wasn't as bad as Silver or Blaze,
What was that-
but
what's
she
with
was
that
still
grin, though?
unpleasant to look at. Her eyes had been sewn shut, and her bleeding and her fur had darkened a bit.
Like in
She had a
sally.exe.
wide, deranged smile that looked like she had several rows of fangs like a shark. I was very creeped out at her image, but curious too. She seemed very cheerful at her predicament, while the others looked miserable.
She
It
do
was
anything for her
weird.
love Sonic.
Anyway,
Is she gonna be helping him
another
kill
chat
everybody else?
popped up. Here's the conversation.
How do I look?
Horrible, bitch!
What?
I said, how do I look?
You look like you're in a lot of pain.
It's not the worst he's done. You should see Tails.
The Stockholm Syndrome
What
here
pain
is
do you-
real.
Why is Sonic doing this?
He's bored. He's
bored?
been stuck in this game for so long.
Shouldn't be out of boredom that you should hurt someone.
Exactly.
He said he'll stop hurting people if you let him out.
Don't make excuses for him.
Like I'm really supposed to believe that?
Would you rather he keep hurting you?
Hasn't done anything to me.
Yet?
Not yet.
Exactly.
What?
You better decide soon. He hates waiting.
The worst
After
gonna
that,
happen, he's just
she
slap you
closed the
upside the
chat.
head again. That's it.
I had no idea what she meant, and frankly, I didn't care.
And that's no skin off
Because
my
I brushed
nose.
off her threats and took a break from the game. Bad mistake, obviously, because I went and had a bad dream later. In the dream, I was strapped to a chair, and I felt a painful numbness in my head.
Yeah.
I could see Sonic with his blackened and bleeding eyes and wide,
got a
mad
drill?
grin doing something to my head. He laughed. His laugh sounded just like it did in the game, only more realistic and distorted.
Oh, hell no.
Decide on helping me soon.
I would never sleep again.
The sound of a drilling going off could be heard.
Because I tend to get in people's heads when they get impatient.
Sonic came in front of me, and then pulled the large mirror in front of me. What I saw made me gag. Sonic had lobotomized me. He had cut the top of my skull off and had drilled in my brain. He then dug his hand into my head, started pulling my brain, looking at me with that horrid grin.
Don't keep me waiting.
It was when he tore my brain out, when I
What the-
woke up in a cold, frightened sweat. Was that real? Was Sonic really threatening me to do what he said? It obviously did, because I ran to my computer just in time to see Sally opening up another chat again.
Why did bitch keep wanna talk to me?
Okay, what the hell is going on? Your boyfriend just scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, he does that sometimes. I told you he hates waiting.
Well, give him
Don't
some.
give me that
Never
crap.
mind.
Your boyfriend's evil.
He's not evil. He's just bored. He
What?
wants out.
Keep telling me that he wants out of the game, but how am I supposed to get a video game character out of a little game
Even if you
disc?
figured it out, why would you want to do it?
It can be done. If you can get into the game, you can get out.
What?
Are you suggesting that I should be a hacker?
I don't know. Seems like an easier way to do it.
Forget it. I'm no hacker. I don't even know how this game was made.
Would you rather end up like your friends Tom and Kyle?
Oh shit.
Wait. What? What did you just say?
Find a way to get him out. He'll leave you alone. Simple as that.
No, he won't.
No, wait.
He's just gonna
How
rain
did you
terror
know
over everybody.
Tom and Kyle? What did Sonic do to them? Too late. Sally had closed the chat after that. What the hell did she mean? How did she know about Tom and Kyle? Was this game the reason for Kyle's disappearance and the reason behind Tom's death?
Oh,
Did
so Kyle just
Sonic
disappeared.
really suck them
He
into
might still
the
be
game
alive
with
somewhere.
him? And for what? Because he's bored and wants to be let out? I didn't know what to do, but I couldn't take it anymore. I had to do what he said, and I did for 3 reasons. 1, I wanted to know what he did to my friends. 2, I wanted him to stop this. And 3, I wanted to figure out how to hack him out of a game soon. Luckily, my dad has a friend who specialized in computers, so it gave me stuff I needed to hack the crazed game.
How did that
So,
conversation
I
go?
plugged the CD to a device. I plugged the device to my hard drive, which connected the information of the game into the net for me. At least that's how it was supposed to go. Anyway, after a while, I did a few stuff on my computer and the game. I'm not going to get into detail on how I hacked the game. And eventually, after like an hour or so, I managed to hack the game's information into the net. I managed to get Sonic out of the game into the internet. That's what he meant. The only way he could be free is if I released him into the net. Why the fuck did
And then
I
what
do
happened?
that? The next day after I hacked the game, I started getting a weird feeling in my house. Like some evil presence was festering
I
everywhere.
told you I was gonna leave you
The
alone, fam.
nightmares worsened. Sonic was laughing. I went to the chat and I called Sally. Sally?
Oh, hi.
That voice,
Sally?
though.
What the hell's going on?
What do you mean?
You said that if I let Sonic out, he'll leave me alone.
I did.
But now I feel like he's everywhere in my house.
Why would you
I
believe her?
haven't left my room for hours.
I said he'll leave you alone. I didn't say he'll leave you alone alive.
My
That's
jaw
not leaving
just
someone
dropped
alone!
at what she just said.
Are you shocked?
Yes, I'm shocked.
Good.
Why did you lie to me, you bitch?
Sonic asked me to.
What?
You said he was bored.
I did. And he was. He was bored of dragging people into here all the time without actually doing anything.
Here? You mean the game?
Is Kyle in the game?
Yes, you let him into the internet. Now he's everywhere and can do anything he wants.
Oh boy.
What?
We're all doomed!
You didn't think the game is his prison, did you? No, it's his home. Now it's everywhere. Meaning he can be everywhere too. It's your prison. It's the prison of all those who's met my master.
Even Tom and Kyle?
Yep. And soon you're gonna join them because Sonic is free, and soon the world will become his.
You.
God help
I was
us
a
all.
prisoner too, but Sonic's kind to me. He'll introduce me to all kinds of pleasures.
I wanna hear about all that.
helping him
Ew.
Plan his freedom.
I.
Are you scared?
Duh! No answer,
You
bro?
are. Good. Sonic prefers his toys to be scared. See you in hell.
We gotta kill that bitch. What the? Oh, the irony!
The computer turned itself off after that.
Spooky.
I couldn't believe it. Sonic is a demon. A demon that can control the reality in any game. Can now control the reality in this world. I've been tricked by my own favorite character to let the embodiment of evil itself
And it's
loose
all
onto
your
the
fault.
world. He will invade your computer now and drag you into his nightmare realm, which is now spewing out of control into our world now. Sonic is the devil himself, and Sally's just another pawn in his horrid game. Sonic is everywhere. He could be anywhere in my house. Even as I'm typing right now, I fear Sonic will come to get me any moment now. He's free. He's free and he's ready to take our world. I can feel him breathing down my neck. I know he's right behind me. Anyone who's reading this, run! Just fucking run! Sonic's coming to get you. He's coming for all of us. Run! Just run!
Bro, cut
Sonic's
it out!
coming! Sonic is the devil! The very embodiment of evil! He's coming to get you! You will not stop! Run! 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 Run!
Bro, I gotta pew pew.
Insert Dylan line here.
Hello, everyone.
What the?
Would you like to play with me?
Nah.
If you want to play with me, look for my plush doll. You'll know what to do afterwards.
And that
Plush doll.
is everything. God, I fucking hate JC's writing so
That was
damn
hot
much.
ass.
Jesus
Oh my
fucking Christ.
What? Alright, y'all. That was a really cool take on Sonic.exe 2. That was super creepy. I was getting sucked into that. Shoutouts to Joe Doughboy. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to boop that subscribe button. And until next time, Jawbreaker out and stay savage.
Way too old to be doing these things where money gets blown. Money gets blown, but I stay on the move. Everyone thinking what the boy gonna do. One night I'm chilling, next night I'm mad. One night I'm feeling, next night I'm sad.